Miss Donovan, why do you feel such a calling to give of yourself and to affect positive change in others?
Well, I think it's something that was actually raised up in me. My father is a preacher, so I'm a PK, and my mother would give anyone the shirt off of her back. So as a result of that, I feel that doing for other people and being a part of other people's lives and giving back is something that all of us need to do if we want to effectuate change in our communities.
Okay. In your dedication, you pray that something said in this book will cause sisters to make moves to become the victorious women that God has called them to be. What exactly do you mean by the victorious woman?
Well, the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31 says that you're supposed to be industrious, you're supposed to be someone that gives back to the community, you're supposed to be a family woman, and I really want to help all of my sisters to get to a point where they're able to do that. A lot of times we allow some really bad circumstances in our lives, and it all boils down to the choices that we make. And I want to help women to start making better choices in their lives and to look to God for their ultimate source.
What should a new writer know about the publishing business?
New writers need to be very well informed. They need to do their research. They need to get on the internet. They need to find out about the publishing industry. They need to find out about marketing and about promotions. One of the fallacies about writing a book is that once you're done with the book, that's the end of it. But unfortunately, that's only the beginning. There are all kinds of other things that you need to do that go into getting the book into the hands of the readers that you want to benefit from the book.
Are your characters or storylines based on true life experiences?
All of my books are nonfiction books, so they are based on experiences that I've had or experiences that other people have had that I've talked to through various venues, such as the inspirational messages that I give or through the internet radio program that I do.
Who are your mentors or people that you admire?
Well, I have to say that my mother is probably my biggest mentor. She is the one that has been there with me through everything that I've done in my life. A lot of women have been teenage moms, which is what I was, and some of them had to leave their homes as a result of that. But my mother was a true minister of motherhood, which is the name of the book, because of the fact that she wasn't afraid to reach down into the dirt and pick me up and help me to put all my pieces back together in my life.
When did your destiny reveal itself to you?
I've probably known for some time that I was supposed to be an individual that would be out amongst the people trying to help people to better themselves and to do better things with their lives. And, I'm just happy now that God has given me all of the resources and the tools to be able to do that.
You state that as women, we need to align our view of ourselves with God's view of us. Then you ask a question, which is the title of the book? Why the question and why that title? Well,
the first book that I wrote was Women, What the Hell Are You Thinking? And it's very true. Many times we allow society to dictate to us who we are and who we're supposed to be. A lot of times we are defined and put into a box with things like, you'll never be smart enough to do this, or you're too fat to do that, or you're too ugly to do something else. And I truly want not just women, but all people to understand that the way that God sees them is not the way that the society is trying to define them. God says that you're more than a conqueror through Jesus Christ who loved you. He says that he who's begun a good work in me is able to complete it even until the coming again of Jesus Christ. He says that you're more than a conqueror. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And I really want people to get that into their DNA and understand that they're made in the image of God. And if they're made in the image of God, then there is nothing that they can't do.
Cheryl, that title, The Ministry of Motherhood, is shouting. What were you thinking when you came up with it? Please tell us briefly what the book is about.
Well, the Ministry of Motherhood is my journey from having been a teenage mother to where I am now. I am a fairly successful author. I'm an educator. I'm an internet radio talk show host, and I've done all kinds of things as a result of the first book that I actually put out there. And I guess that what I want women really to understand is that they don't have to look at being a single parent or at being a teenage parent as the end-all be-all of their life. There are all kinds of things out there for them to be able to do if they put their trust in God and take the steps to do it.
What do you hope readers will learn or discover from reading your book?
I hope that what they'll learn and discover is that they are made in the image of God, and that they are more than conquerors through him, and that they can do all things through Christ, and that they teach people how to treat them. You know, a lot of times we forget about that. We generally teach people to treat us poorly, and a lot of times we even treat ourselves poorly. So I want them to understand that there are other avenues for them to be able to go into.
Lastly, who is Cheryl Lacey Donovan?
Cheryl Lacey Donovan is a mother. She is a wife. She is a giving person, but more importantly, she is a daughter of the King.